The golden age of Hollywood is often thought of as innocent and clean, but when we peel back the pages, we find some unbelievably disturbing scandals hidden beneath the stardom. Get ready to uncover the shocking secrets and untold stories that Tinseltown tried to hide. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Judy Garland's troubled journey. Judy Garland, the beloved star of The Wizard of Oz, began her ascent to fame at just 14 years old when she signed with MGM. The studio, however, imposed harsh demands on the young actress. Pressured to lose weight for her role in La Fiesta de Santa Barbara, Garland was subjected to a restrictive diet of chicken soup and black coffee. MGM even encouraged her to smoke and take diet pills to suppress her appetite. This grueling regimen led to a lifetime struggle with addiction and mental health issues. Allegations of mistreatment, including inappropriate behavior by studio executives like Louis B. Mayer, compounded her troubles. Despite her immense talent, Garland's life was a tumultuous one, ending tragically at the age of 47 due to an overdose. Marilyn Monroe and the Kennedys. Marilyn Monroe, the epitome of the Hollywood bombshell, captivated audiences with her beauty and charm. Married 3 times, to James Dougherty, Joe DiMaggio, and Arthur Miller, her personal life was as sensational as her films. Rumors swirled about affairs with President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert Kennedy. Her sultry rendition of Happy Birthday to JFK in 1962 only fueled the speculation. Some claimed she planned to expose these relationships, but before she could, Monroe was found dead in her home from a barbiturate overdose at the age of 36. Her death remains a topic of conspiracy theories and debates to this day. Joan Crawford's scandalous beginnings. Before becoming a Hollywood legend, Joan Crawford's early career included appearances in risque films like The Casting Couch. In this silent film, considered explicit for its time, Crawford played Gloria, an aspiring actress willing to do whatever it took to succeed. When her mother discovered the nature of the film, she threatened to disown her. Shortly after, Crawford landed a contract with MGM, transforming her into one of the most celebrated actresses of her era. Despite her glamorous image, Crawford's past haunted her, and she eventually distanced herself from her family. The tragic love of Jeanette MacDonald and Nelson Eddy. Jeanette MacDonald and Nelson Eddy were MGM's golden couple on screen, but their off-screen romance faced severe obstacles. Studio head Louis B. Mayer disapproved of their relationship, fearing it would affect their careers. When MacDonald became pregnant with Eddy's child, Mayer allegedly pressured her into terminating the pregnancy, threatening to ruin both their careers. Heartbroken, Eddy believed she had given in to Mayer's demands, leading to their separation. The couple's love story is a poignant example of how the studio system wielded immense power over the personal lives of its stars. Natalie Wood's complex family dynamics. A child star turned Hollywood icon, Natalie Wood appeared in classics like Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story. Behind the scenes, her mother, Maria, was a dominating force, often blurring the lines between reality and illusion. Maria's obsession with fame led her to manipulate situations to advance Natalie's career, sometimes at great personal cost to her daughter. Natalie's first marriage to Robert Wagner ended abruptly amid rumors of infidelity. Throughout her life, Wood grappled with the pressures of fame and the weight of her family's expectations, culminating in her mysterious death by drowning in 1981, a case that remains unsolved. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford's legendary feud. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford were 2 of Hollywood's most formidable actresses, and their rivalry was the stuff of legend. Tensions peaked during the filming of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane in 1962. When Davis received an Oscar nomination for her role, Crawford actively campaigned against her, even accepting the award on behalf of the absent winner, Anne Bancroft. This act was seen as a direct snub to Davis and intensified their feud. Their animosity was fueled by professional jealousy and personal slights, leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood history. Ingrid Bergman's fall from grace. Ingrid Bergman was one of Hollywood's most respected actresses until her affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini became public. Married at the time, Bergman's relationship with Rossellini led to a child, igniting a scandal that rocked Hollywood and beyond. She was denounced on the floor of the U.S. Senate, labeled a powerful influence for evil. The backlash forced Bergman to leave the United States, She lived in Europe for several years before making a triumphant return, winning an Academy Award for Anastasia in 1956, proving her talent could overcome even the most severe public censure. Charles Laughton's secret life. Renowned British actor Charles Laughton was celebrated for his performances in films like The Hunchback of Notre Dame. However, behind closed doors, Laughton grappled with his sexuality during a time when being gay was taboo. According to memoirs like Scotty Bowers' Full Service, Laughton engaged in discreet relationships with men. These hidden aspects of his life highlight the struggles many actors faced in balancing their true identities with public expectations. Maureen O'Hara's fight for her reputation. Irish actress Maureen O'Hara, known for her role in Miracle on 34th Street, became embroiled in scandal when Confidential magazine accused her of engaging in inappropriate behavior in a movie theater. Outraged, O'Hara took the magazine to court, providing her passport as evidence that she wasn't even in the country at the time of the alleged incident. Although the jury couldn't reach a verdict, O'Hara's career survived, and the case contributed to the decline of tabloid sensationalism during that era. Alice Brady's missing Oscar. In 1938, Alice Brady won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, but was unable to attend the ceremony due to a broken ankle. A man accepted the award on her behalf and promptly disappeared with it. The mystery persisted for years until it was revealed that the man was director Henry King, who had innocently accepted the award for Brady. The story, however, evolved into an urban legend about a stolen Oscar, illustrating how easily misinformation could spread even in Hollywood's early days. The Enigma of Missy in David Niven's memoir. Actor David Niven wrote about a mysterious starlet named Missy in his memoir, Bring on the Empty Horses. Described as stunningly beautiful but deeply troubled, Missy's identity has been the subject of speculation for years. Some believe she was based on actress Rita Hayworth or Ava Gardner, both of whom struggled with personal demons despite their success. Niven's portrayal sheds light on the hidden struggles many stars faced behind their glamorous facades. Shirley MacLaine and the Cold War Dance. During a 1959 visit to Hollywood, Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev attended a performance featuring Shirley MacLaine in the musical Can Can. The provocative dance number shocked Khrushchev, who labeled it immoral. The incident became a symbolic clash of cultures during the Cold War, highlighting the stark differences in artistic expression between the United States and the Soviet Union. Clark Gable and Loretta Young's secret child. During the filming of Call of the Wild in 1935, Clark Gable and Loretta Young had an affair that resulted in a pregnancy. To avoid scandal, Young concealed the pregnancy and later claimed to have adopted her own daughter, Judy. The truth was not publicly acknowledged until years later. Judy Lewis grew up unaware that Gable was her biological father, discovering the truth only in adulthood. This secret highlights the lengths to which studios and stars would go to maintain their public images. Jerry Lee Lewis's controversial marriage. Rock and roll pioneer. Jerry Lee Lewis caused an uproar when he married his 13-year-old cousin, Myra Gale Brown, in 1957. The scandal nearly ended his career as the public reacted with outrage. Lewis faced blacklisting from radio stations and concert venues, and his earnings plummeted. Despite the backlash, the couple remained married for 13 years and had 2 children. The incident remains one of the most infamous scandals in music history. The mysterious death of Thomas Ince. Producer Thomas Ince's sudden death in 1924 aboard William Randolph Hearst's yacht led to rampant speculation. Officially, Ince died of a heart attack, but rumors suggested he was accidentally shot by Hearst, who believed his mistress, Marion Davies, was involved with Charlie Chaplin. The lack of a thorough investigation fueled conspiracy theories. While no concrete evidence supports the scandalous claims, the incident remains a captivating Hollywood mystery, Hollywood's fixer and the studio system's dark side. Howard Strickling, MGM's head of publicity, was known as Hollywood's fixer. He managed scandals and protected the studio's stars from damaging their careers. This often involved arranging hush-hush abortions for actresses, as unplanned pregnancies could derail their images. Stars like Judy Garland, Lana Turner, and Jean Harlow reportedly sought Strickling's assistance. The studio system exerted immense control over actors' lives, prioritizing profits over personal well-being. Clara Bow's tarnished reputation. Clara Bow, the original It Girl, was a symbol of the Roaring Twenties. Despite her success, she became the target of vicious rumors orchestrated by her former secretary, Daisy DeVoe. Accusations ranged from promiscuity to substance abuse and even bestiality, none of which were substantiated. The smear campaign damaged Bow's career and contributed to her early retirement. Her story exemplifies how jealousy and betrayal could devastate a star's life. The tragic tale of Frances Farmer. Frances Farmer was a talented actress whose career unraveled due to mental health struggles. Known for defying Hollywood norms, she clashed with studio executives. After a series of public outbursts and arrests, Farmer was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. She endured harsh treatment, including electroconvulsive therapy and alleged abuse in psychiatric institutions. Her harrowing experiences have been depicted in films and books, serving as a cautionary tale about the mistreatment of mental illness. Rock Hudson's Hidden Truth. Rock Hudson was a matinee idol whose homosexuality was a well-kept secret in Hollywood. To maintain his leading man image, he entered a marriage of convenience with his agent's secretary, Phyllis Gates. Despite rumors, Hudson's sexuality was not publicly acknowledged until he was diagnosed with AIDS in 1984. His death the following year brought widespread attention to the AIDS crisis and challenged perceptions of homosexuality in America. Lana Turner's daughter's fatal act. Lana Turner's personal life became front-page news when her daughter, Cheryl Crane, fatally stabbed Turner's boyfriend, Johnny Stompanato, in 1958. Stompanato was an abusive mobster associated with the Los Angeles underworld. Cheryl claimed she acted in defense of her mother during a violent confrontation. The highly publicized trial resulted in a ruling of justifiable homicide. The scandal captivated the nation and exposed the dangerous liaisons between Hollywood and organized crime. Elizabeth Taylor's love triangle. Elizabeth Taylor, famed for her beauty and multiple marriages, found herself in a scandalous love triangle after the death of her third husband, Mike Todd. She began an affair with Todd's close friend Eddie Fisher, who was married to Debbie Reynolds at the time. The affair led to Fisher's divorce and marriage to Taylor. The public sided with Reynolds, tarnishing Taylor's reputation. Despite the fallout, Taylor's career continued to flourish, and she later reconciled with Reynolds. Charlie Chaplin's controversial relationships. Comedy legend. Charlie Chaplin faced numerous scandals related to his relationships with much younger women. He married 4 times, with his second wife, Leda Gray, being just 16 when they wed. Chaplin was 35. Gray's divorce filings included shocking allegations of infidelity and abuse. Chaplin's political views also drew scrutiny during the McCarthy era, leading to his exile from the United States. His personal life often overshadowed his cinematic contributions. Jean Harlow's Forbidden Love. Jean Harlow, known as the Blonde Bombshell, was forbidden by MGM to marry fellow actor William Powell due to a morality clause in her contract. The studio feared marriage would diminish her sex appeal to audiences. Harlow reportedly became pregnant, and to avoid scandal, she checked into a hospital under a pseudonym for a secret procedure. Tragically, Harlow died at 26 from kidney failure, leaving behind unanswered questions about her personal life. The Black Dahlia Murder. The gruesome 1947 murder of Elizabeth Short, dubbed the Black Dahlia, remains one of Los Angeles' most infamous unsolved cases. Short was an aspiring actress whose mutilated body was found in a vacant lot. The horrific nature of the crime and Short's connections to Hollywood sparked sensational media coverage. Numerous theories and suspects have emerged over the years, but the killer was never identified, adding to the city's dark lore. The Fatty Arbuckle Scandal. Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle was a silent film star whose career ended abruptly after he was accused of raping and accidentally killing actress Virginia Rapp during a party in 1921. Despite being acquitted after 3 trials, Arbuckle was blacklisted in Hollywood. The scandal led to calls for censorship and the establishment of the Hays Code, which governed moral content in films for decades. The silent struggles of Vivien Leigh. Vivien Leigh achieved international fame as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, but her personal life was marred by mental health issues. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder, Lee experienced severe mood swings that affected her relationships and career. Her marriage to Laurence Olivier was passionate but tumultuous, strained by her illness. Lee's health declined, and she died at 53 from tuberculosis, her brilliance shadowed by personal torment. Montgomery Clift's hidden life. Actor Montgomery Clift was a leading man whose personal life was kept secret due to the era's intolerance of homosexuality. Clift struggled with his identity and turned to alcohol and drugs after a devastating car accident disfigured his face. His close friend Elizabeth Taylor supported him, but his career declined, and he died at 45 from a heart attack linked to substance abuse. The death of George Reeves. George Reeves, famous for playing Superman in the 1950s television series, died from a gunshot wound in 1959. Officially ruled a suicide, speculation arose about foul play involving his fiancée, Leonore Lemon, or a jealous husband of a former lover. Reeves's death remains a topic of debate, reflecting the murky intersection of fame, personal relationships, and untimely endings in Hollywood. The studio cover-up of Paul Byrne's death. Paul Byrne, a MGM executive and husband of Jean Harlow, was found dead in their home in 1932 from a gunshot wound. The studio quickly labeled it a suicide due to impotence, but rumors suggested murder. Some believed Byrne's ex-common-law wife, Dorothy Millette, was involved. The studio's swift handling aimed to protect Harlow's career, demonstrating the lengths to which Hollywood would go to shield its stars. The exploitation of child stars. Shirley Temple, Mickey Rooney, and other child actors faced exploitation in Hollywood's golden age. They were subjected to grueling work hours, strict contracts, and sometimes abusive conditions. Temple later revealed instances of harassment by studio executives. The lack of regulations allowed studios to prioritize profits over the welfare of their youngest talents. The suppression of Hattie McDaniel. Hattie McDaniel made history as the first African-American to win an Oscar for her role in Gone with the Wind. Despite her achievement, she faced racial discrimination, barred from attending the film's premiere in Atlanta, and restricted to stereotypical roles. McDaniel's success highlighted the systemic racism in Hollywood and the broader society of the time. The Hollywood blacklist and McCarthyism. The Red Scare of the 1950s led to the blacklisting of numerous actors, writers, and directors accused of communist sympathies. Careers were destroyed based on allegations alone. The Hollywood 10, a group of screenwriters and directors, were imprisoned for contempt of Congress when they refused to testify. This era exposed the vulnerability of the entertainment industry to political hysteria. The mysterious death of Thelma Todd. Actress Thelma Todd was found dead in her car in 1935, parked in a garage above the cafe she owned. While her death was ruled accidental carbon monoxide poisoning, rumors of murder involving ex-husbands, mob connections, and jealous rivals circulated. Todd's untimely death at 29 added to Hollywood's list of unsolved mysteries. Greta Garbo's reclusive life. Swedish actress Greta Garbo was renowned for her performances and enigmatic persona. At the height of her fame, she retired abruptly at 35, retreating into a life of seclusion. Speculations about her sexuality, rumored affairs, and desire for privacy fueled intrigue. Garbo's withdrawal from public life remains one of Hollywood's enduring enigmas. The untold stories of silent film stars. Many silent film stars faded into obscurity with the advent of talkies. Careers ended overnight due to unsuitable voices or changing public tastes. Stars like John Gilbert struggled with the transition, facing personal and professional crises. The ruthless nature of the industry left many forgotten, their contributions overshadowed by the relentless march of progress. These hidden stories and scandals from Hollywood's golden age reveal a complex tapestry of glamour and darkness. The stars we admired on the silver screen often led lives far removed from their on-screen personas, grappling with personal demons, societal pressures, and the unforgiving nature of fame.